I don't get to see my two younger siblings because they were adopted when we were a lot younger. And then all my other siblings I don't get to see.
When I was in foster care, my relationships were split harder away with my siblings. I wasn't allowed to see them as much. Like if I did have a visit, my siblings, it wasn't based on visiting with them, or they were on a different home visit with their different parents. I did not get to live with my siblings when I was in foster care. I was spread out from them for a while. Like I couldn't even talk to them due to the fact that the contact list that the states put down, like if your siblings aren't on there, you're not allowed to talk to them, even though those are the people that you want to talk to the most. And like you could care less about friends. Like your siblings are going through the same thing and you're spread out, and those are the ones that need the support as much as you do. My visits with my siblings were very varied. It was usually a visit. If I was having a visit and my siblings were having a visit at the same time, I might get to spend an hour with them, but it was still not sibling bonded because like they were there to spend time with mom.
Yeah, I think it would have helped a lot if I had a lot more time to spend with them and everything, because I really love my brothers and sisters, and they all know. So after a while, it's like my brother, the only reason he started playing football was because of me. So I would have liked to have been there when we had actually started playing football and basketball.
No, my oldest brother, I don't live with him because he aged out. He's 21, and so he's in New Mexico doing community college, and I don't live with my other two siblings who are both older than me, my brother and sister, because they had a different father than I did.
Well, I don't have visits because my caseworker, I haven't seen her like in 4 months now, and the last time I seen her, I've asked her, can we have visitations, and she's never gotten back to me about it at all.
I feel like when we were in foster care, when we were separated, that my brother and sister and I, just us three, could have had more visits, just us together. You know, I'm not talking about going out and spending a whole bunch of money, you know, just like going to the park or something, because that kind of took a big toll on our relationship now. And I just feel like brothers and sisters should always have that, you know, that deep connection, whether it's, you know, they see each other every day because they wake up and they're in the same house, or because they can call each other and, you know, and expect a return phone call. But that's definitely taken a big toll on our relationship. I don't even feel like I can call them my brother and sister hardly anymore, and I wish I could, but just, we talk like we're strangers now. I don't like it. And I don't think I was given a proper opportunity to, you know, form that bond with my brother and sister, really.
I'm very angry because out of everybody in my biological family, my little sister Shelby is basically the most important person in my biological family to me. The first time I was ever in foster care, my sister was there with me. Through the years of living with my dad, my sister was there. She was always there, and I had a really great relationship with her, and I was always really close to her. So I'm very upset that my caseworker won't let me have a relationship with her. It hurts me.
You know, I love my brother a lot, and you know, he means a lot to me, and sometimes I can be like really protective over him. And not to see him or not to know how he's doing, it kind of really breaks me down at times, because, you know, me and my brother were very, very, very close. And it's just like we've been torn away.
You guys should place siblings together, not separate them, because a sibling bond actually helps keep people in line.
With siblings and parents' visits, I don't think I was able to see my siblings as much as I preferred to. I think I missed out on a lot of like my siblings growing up. My siblings are younger, and I am the oldest, where I have like a 2-year-old, and like going from the little baby stages to like now, like you miss a lot of like them growing up. And like if I could recommend one thing to people to keep their families close, even like siblings to be close, is to recommend to keep them in the same home, unless like there's something that totally physically means, like if there's someone needs a special needs kind of thing like that. But personally, to keep the kids close together.
2 of my other siblings were in care, and at first they tried to keep us all together at my grandma's after being in the group homes, but then we had to go back into the group homes because that wasn't going to work. And after that, we were all separated into different homes. My sister was put in another town. So after that, I would see my brother at school. But there was we were living with two completely different families, like completely different statuses. And so I would see him, but we didn't talk much. Like, we weren't living together, and it took like a really heavy toll because we was twins and we were like super close. And after that big divide, like I grew very resentful of like luxuries he had that I didn't. And our older brother, I didn't see him for like a year. When before that he's always more than my older brother, you know, because he always took care of us. But we all grew up together, and we were raised by our mom, and we were all really close. Like, we all really took care of each other because our mom had to work all the time with 4 kids. So we were really very close. For siblings to stay closer and families to stay closer in the welfare system, I know there are already like visitations and things like that in place for parents and children, but I think it would be really important. I know it would cost money, but it would cost big parts of people's lives too if like siblings weren't able to get together, you know, whether it even just be for like a picnic or a movie, because I think in a lot of families that end up in foster care, the siblings are especially close and they rely on each other.
No matter what, that family is always going to be your family. No matter if, you know, you get adopted by another family or guardianships, that's always going to be a part of your life. If, you know, you have healthy parts of your biological family, I think you should be able to talk to them. And I think that caseworkers should allow you to do that.
About the same topic.
If I could recommend something to the judges is think what's best. Like, if your kids that you have in your home, and just picture like splitting your kids up and putting them in different homes and like them not being able to be together. Picture it from a parental view of not like trying to be able to understand where these kids are coming from. Like, every kid has a voice. It's just half of them aren't heard.
If I could meet with my judge, I would most likely tell them that having visits with my sibling would be required, actually, because, you know, that would make me feel a little bit more comfortable about us being separated.